Good morning. Welcome to Gordon in the Morning. I'm Gordon and it's morning. Here we are. Happy Monday. It's Momentum Monday, the day that we don't just start the week, but we start it in motion and we get things moving because momentum isn't just about being frantic. It's not about sprinting till you collapse. It's about building a rhythm, one that is steady and sustainable and smart. So many people burn out chasing speed. They confuse hustle with progress, and they push hard on Monday and fizzle out by Wednesday and spend Friday just trying to recover. Well, that's not momentum. That is working yourself into exhaustion. Today, we're going to talk about how to build real momentum, the kind of momentum that lasts and the kind that carries you through the week, not just into it. So let's move with purpose. Hi, Mike. Nice to see you. And let's get started with our quote that sets the tone for today. It doesn't matter how slowly you go as long as you do not stop. That's from Confucius, a man whose insights have lasted for centuries because they speak to timeless truth. And this one is especially powerful for high achievers because it reminds us that persistence beats pace. In other words, you don't need to make a giant leap today. You don't need to fix everything this morning. You don't need to crush your entire to-do list before lunch. You just need to move. Get things started. Momentum is built through consistency, not bursts of panic and then following by collapse, because every step you take, no matter how small, will keep that flywheel turning. And once the momentum is on your side, everything gets easier, it gets smoother, decision-making becomes quicker, doubts get quieter, confidence builds with every action. So today isn't about going fast, it's about going forward. So the big idea for today is that real momentum is built on consistency and not chaos. There's this myth that in the entrepreneurial world that if you're not sprinting, you're slacking. But what I've learned after all my years of running my law practice and other businesses, building projects and helping others to do the same, is that chaos is not sustainable. Intensity without recovery leads to breakdown. The best performers, they pursue rhythm, not reaction. You don't need a 10-hour hustle today. You need a repeatable cadence of routine. Because here's what happens when you prioritize that consistency. You stay out of burnout. You create better results over time. You actually enjoy your process more. The momentum doesn't just come from doing more, it comes from doing the right things regularly. Now, I want to hear from you. Tell me one area of your life or work where you've struggled to sustain momentum. Drop it in the comments. I'd love to hear what's been getting in your way. And right now, we're going to get into some real world examples. Let's take a look at what it looks like to build that lasting momentum without burning out. Cal Newport, the author of Deep Work, teaches that meaningful progress comes from focused, undistracted effort, not multitasking or overloading your calendar. He doesn't work 80-hour weeks. He builds momentum by blocking time, minimizing context switching, and creating a routine that honors both his brain and his output. It's not about doing more, it's about doing better. And then there's Greta Thunberg. When Greta started her climate strike, she was one person standing quietly there with a sign. She didn't launch a massive movement in one day. She simply showed up week after week, message intact, energy focused. That quiet, steady consistency turned into a global wave. She didn't burn out, she built up. That's momentum. And I bet you can think of a time when you created momentum in your own life. Maybe it was walking 20 minutes a day or writing one page of your book, posting on socials once a week or something, reaching out to one client every morning. At first, it might have felt small, but over time, that compounding effect kicks in, right? You didn't burn out, you built up. So let's get back to that kind of progress. And here are a few simple strategies that you can put into effect and build real sustainable momentum this week. First, a minimum daily standard. Instead of aiming for perfection, create a low bar but meaningful action standard. For example, writing for 15 minutes, make one sales call, move your body for 10 minutes, post one idea. The key is make it an easy win, but powerful enough to move the needle, and then repeat it daily or more often. That consistency builds confidence, and confidence creates momentum. Or how about using a momentum log? Each day, ask yourself, what did I move forward today? What's one thing I did that built progress? Write it down, keep a running list. Celebrate it a little bit. It creates visible proof of movement, and that evidence motivates future effort. Momentum loves to be noticed. Anchoring the week with bookends. Start your Monday with one intentional push and end your Friday with one intentional wrap up. That's it. This structure will create rhythm. It reduces decision fatigue, and it gives your brain clear boundaries to build inside of. Most people sort of float through the week, letting the winds of change push them through. But you will drive it. So, hey, listen, if Gordon in the Morning is helping you to start your day with some focus and purpose and fire, help me spread the word. Share the show with a friend. Tell somebody, recommend it in the group chat, post about it, and make sure that you are subscribed with notifications and all that so you don't miss an episode when we drop them. All right? Let's build this momentum movement together. And we'll go into today's affirmation. We'll lock it in here. I build sustainable momentum with every step I take. Say that again, write it down, post it where you'll see it, and repeat it over the course of the day. I build sustainable momentum with every step I take. Momentum isn't a sprint. No, momentum is a rhythm, a flow, a strategy. You don't need to go faster. You just need to keep going. So, here is your Momentum Monday challenge for today. Ask yourself about one simple action you can repeat every day this week that will build real momentum. Doesn't have to be massive or heroic, just real. A tiny habit, a short ritual, a small commitment. Pick it, start it, stick with it, and drop it in the comments, and let's get that momentum working for you. Tomorrow, we're going to get into Tactical Tuesday, where I'll show you how to turn those habits into systems so you're not just moving forward, but building structure that supports your success. But for today, just take that step, make it stick, build the kind of momentum that lasts. You got this. I'll say thanks again, Mike, for joining, and whoever else is here with us today live. I love it. Drop a note in the comments. Let me know you're here and say hello. I'd love to continue the conversation. And don't forget, get that momentum going. You've got it for today. And I'll see you again tomorrow for Tactical Tuesday on Gordon in the Morning. Have a wonderful day.